one. First barracks, normal, pretty standard in his base, but then the second barracks, slightly different.
This is going to be confusing, of course, for MC. So far, MMA's only dropped one map the entire of the season. That's remarkable. That's absolutely unbelievable to do that. Absolutely fantastic, solid play from MMA. And once again, he comes in here with a twist to his build. And this is going to be very difficult for MC to read into. Very, very difficult indeed. It looks just like a one barracks command center, a very popular build that Terran players use against Protoss. And to be honest, I don't think he knows this. I do not think he has any idea.
He's going to stick around, have a look, see if he can see a command center. Doesn't see an SCV going down there. The one Marine's going to try and shoo this probe away and keep his opponent in the dark. And that probe, he's not going over to the third. Why would he be going over to the third? It's a weird location. So we'll not see that second barracks just yet.
MC's probe, though, it is going in weird places. There may be a small incline that this could be happening. There actually is a way. It's not impossible for him not to know. There was one SCV missing. If MC can read into it and be like, there was one SCV missing from the amount of SCVs that were there at the time, which would have been around 14 or 13 at that point, and maybe MC can be smart enough to tell what's going on. He's already started to build a Stalker here. He's got double gases. He chrono boosted the Stalker. And just by the way that his units are moving here, and if we see a second Stalker, I think that he may just have a small feeling that something's not quite right here.
He may do. The first SCV is under pressure and does end up dying, so no opportunity for him to throw down a bunker just there or anything like that. If this army was actually moving forward. Now, this is a lot of Marines that could do something. So far, no second unit has been started. The Stalker has to be careful. Has to be careful. Has to be careful. Has to be careful. Has to be careful.
MC.
Oh, no.
And now he knows there's two barracks. That's a lot of Marines there, and that's a mistake from MC. Just losing his Stalker so easy like that. And MMA with his hidden two barracks, he's got his command center down, he's got his third, and the gas is on the way. But if he was to be able to get more damage than just a single Stalker kill...
Photon overcharge not done just yet for the main Nexus, because it's not going to be able to be thrown down on the natural anytime soon. And this is pressure. A lot of pressure. He could force the cancellation of this Nexus quite easily.
One Stalker's been chrono bushed now. A second one on his way. He cannot lose this Nexus here. He absolutely cannot lose it. It's going down. There's another Marine that comes in. He's going to have to micro around if he's going to try and go for it, is he? He sees the Stalker. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for the Nexus.
And he gets the cancel. Very nicely done by MMA.
Great move from MMA. And to be honest, you don't want to stick around. You know there's going to be another Stalker on the way. You know there'll be more gateways. Just go on, buddy. That was a fantastic move. And if he sticks around, time warp's available. Stalker's available. MC says, all right, it's time for 4 gateways. Blink is probably going to be on the way after that Twilight Council finishes. And MC has absolutely been pushed in one direction alone. And I would not be surprised if MMA just scanned the main base soon, saying, all right, you're delayed. What are you doing?
This is like echoes of MC versus Thorzane on the exact map. If he goes for Blink and starts getting aggressive himself, but I don't think...
Oh, there it is. That's absolutely perfect. Perfect. That's perfect. You know, you push your opponent down one way, you've cancelled his Nexus, you say, all right, you have to do something here. What is it? And he sees it straight away.
MMA opening up game number 1 with a very impressive play. And, well, Dark Shrine. But MMA, he's going to know that's an option. He sees the Twilight Council. He's not going to under-prepare. He's got an advantage. His second command center was quicker.
Right now, he knows that there's obviously no robo, so there's not going to be an observer. That maybe, obviously, he could use the mothership core to get into the main base, but that's a little bit more risky. And at this point, he's just very concentrated on the front door. He's got the engineering base, got +1 attack. And if he sees in the next 30 seconds, all right, where are the Stalkers? Why haven't you attacked me yet? You've obviously thrown down the Nexus, and the most smooth, the most natural transition from the Twilight Council from a maybe Blink play is obviously the Dark Shrine.
Yeah.
And I really think that we should see a turret on the natural.
If we don't, I'd be surprised. MMA here, again, he doesn't have to cut corners. He can just take those little defensive postures and be completely fine in this game. He already established himself a great lead. Robo Facility finishes up along with the Nexus for MC behind this, so he is going to be playing this out. But the Dark Shrine is close to completion.
And a Warp Prism is on its way. There is no turret yet from MMA. Obviously, this is just everybody that knows StarCraft knows that the Twilight Council goes into the Dark Shrine. From this point, if MMA gets stung by DTs, he only has himself to blame at this point.
Of course.
And the Warp Prism is on its way, and I think that's how the DTs are going to be used here. Of course, MC doesn't even know if there is a turret or not. But, of course, Mules and Energy are going to be important to monitor from now. He's going to have a couple of scans soon.
Two Dark Templars are now warping in. Blink already so behind this because MC, he loves that Blink. The two Dark Templars are going to try and pressure at the front whilst the Warp Prism's going to go around the other side.
Still no turret. Two bunkers get salvaged on the natural. He adds on a couple more barracks. And if he doesn't spot this, right now he has energy in the main base and energy on the natural, just about. 2 scans available.
Plenty.
Does he use mules? Because if he does, there's one. He's got one more in the natural. Does he call it down?
Does he call it down?
Maybe the Warp Prism will tick him in the right direction. And he sees the Warp Prism now. He shouldn't be using that scan.
Yeah,
and now he knows. Now he knows.
How much damage are they going to be able to get done here? Missile turret goes down in the mineral line at the natural, but this one DT in the main base already got 2 kills. Has to run away. Scan will kill that one off.
Yeah, and now SKMC doesn't know if there's another scan available, so he actually is going to get out of there. To be honest, that wasn't a lot of kills. That was only 1 or 2 SCVs. And all the turrets are down now. He's got the wall off with his supply depot, turret supply depot on the ramp. He's got the turret in the mineral line and in the main. And to be honest, MC does survive for now.
You know what's interesting, though, is that during all of this, Chrono Boost has been spent on nothing but next side. So he's got 47 workers to 41, which is a really nice position for MC.
Exactly, but what does that mean that's missing if he's got all his Chrono Boost into the Nexus?
A lot of units.
So he's down in supply at the moment. The first Colossus is on its way. MMA has Medivacs going across. Man, was spotted there by the Observer. He should have seen that. Absolutely should have seen that. And now we have to see. MC is caught up in economy through having a bad start, but does he has the army vibe? Does he have the defense? Because we know what MMA's like. Unfortunately, a little bit supply bot there slowing him down, but if he gets the speed and starts the drops, this actually spotted there by the DT.
Yeah, for the second time. So MMC has full confirmation
Blink
of where this army is going.
Blink is ready.
Exactly.
He's about to pounce. MC knows he's
really
about
good
to
position.
pounce.
He's going to try and go for this. And there we go. There's the Blink forwards. Doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it, though, unfortunately.
That was clever positioning by the Stalkers, though. Just slightly out of range of the Medivacs.
All right, so MMA says, all right, it's going to be hard to kind of break the front door. I mean, break kind of with drops because there's Blink and so on. And good observation from MC with DT getting in there, doing a bit of damage as well. That will be scanned and picked off. But Viking production has begun, but there's only 1. So even a front door attack isn't that strong here. There's 4 sentries. They've all got enough energy for a force field or so. Some of them already full. So this is actually kind of difficult unless we see a mistake from MC.
Unless we see a flank. He actually blinks forwards and kills off the Vikings straight away. But those units coming around from the back here, can they get to that Colossus to focus it down? They are going to focus it down. It has to walk straight forwards to the other bio, and it does end up dying. These Stalkers and Sentries are very, very vulnerable.
What is MC doing out in the open?
I don't know.
That's time what comes down now. He hasn't got enough energy for an photon overcharge, and MMA just pounces at the opportunity.
What good decision making though there by MMA to leave just a small portion of that army on the left-hand side for that flank. MC caught completely off guard, and now MMA, he takes that lead.
Yeah, and remember, throughout all of this, because MC's been playing from behind, he's had no time to get forges, but now he doesn't have a Colossus, he doesn't have any force fields, he only has Stalkers.
Blink Stalkers, how well are you going to do against this stimmed bio? I don't think you're going to do too well. Nice time warps, will slow a bit of this down for the Zealots to actually catch up with it, but the Stalkers are evaporating. The one Colossus comes out, he does have Thermal Lance, he can try and keep it alive, but the Marauders cannot get to it as well. MMA still has a huge army supply advantage, but the Colossus has to be microed so diligently.
Stalkers against Marauders are like kittens versus sledgehammers, because look, they are dying very, very fast here. Probes coming off the line as well, and MMA is cruising in this game through a mistake of MC being out in the open, pushed him further behind, even though he was crawling back into it. MMA just attack after attack. A counter blink there, just jumps forward, picks off a couple of units, but the amount spraying across, it's becoming too much.
Once the Stalkers die, the Colossus is now vulnerable, and picks it up in the Warp Prism, trying to save it as best as he can. No Marines there to actually bring that down, so saving that was a very good move by MC.
The Viking count now, non-existent.
Still
I thought there'd be more than that, never mind. MMA, though, still in the middle of the map, has a 3rd command center, has 2-2 on the way, just stretching his lead further and further and further. Still, no upgrades, no forges, something I tried to explain before, because MC's been playing so far behind, he really put everything into his economy, and then put everything into his army, and still hasn't had the opportunity to get forges, to get upgrades. So naturally, this army is just so much stronger. It's got 1-1, it's going to have 2-2 soon. The Viking count's rising, it's got +1 attack for the Vikings. The longer this game goes on, the harder it is for MC if nothing happens. If it's a parallel game with no damage done or taken, MMA just goes for a win. We need to see something special from MC to get back in this game.
Especially with a third command center being landed and no Nexus going down just yet for MC. Even his third in the pocket expansion is blocked by the factory. So it's going to be really, really difficult here for MC to fully establish that expansion in a rapid rate. He's being suffocated.
Yeah. Maybe this warp prism could be that one thing to get MC back in the game. Maybe. What's he going to warp in? Zealots, or 2, or 3, or 4. And I guess it's a start, right? It's a little bit, but what does he pick off there? A turret for 400 minerals, which could have been the Nexus, for example. So, and you look at it in retrospect, what did it kill and how much did it cost? Probably not even worth it there.
It's pretty expensive. Pretty expensive. MC here going for the Templar Archives, realizing that he kind of has to diversify his army just in general. But at this point, with MMA's army looking at 90 supply to 58, how does he get everything up and running this quickly?
Here comes a classic Terran. You harass, you find some way to get a lead, should I say, and then as you find an opportunity to hit a specific timing, 2-2 upgrades, you go for a kill. It's just how Terran is meant to be played in StarCraft. And even though the Colossus is high, can 2-2 Marauders push him through? That's 4 Colossus.
That's not a whole lot of force fields he has there. Guardian Shield will soak up a lot of this damage, but at the same time, the Bio, it has to micro back against those Zealots that were pushing it away. 4 Colossi holding on here for MC for a bit.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And those Marauders, they're sitting around here for quite a while. They do pick off one of the Colossi, but that was not too bad a cost of trade there for MC.
I'm so surprised because there are 2 Stargates, but 2 Starports, but we just aren't seeing a high Viking count.
Yeah.
If he had a high Viking count, there's a chance to win the game. But MC says, what are you doing? Would you kill me, please? I meant to lose this game. And all of a sudden, MC's like, all right, well, if you're not going to build Vikings and I've still got Stalkers, let's go. I've got a Colossus count. I know you're not going to make the same mistake again without having Vikings, and somehow, some way, MC weirdly has a chance to win this game.
What is going on? These Colossi, they poke forwards. They know they can't be threatened too much here. Once the ground army comes along with those Stalkers, they will be able to buffer a lot for these Colossi. Good time warp as well, and the Rapid is going to slow a lot of that army down. He has to micro back, though. The Militia Core will end up falling. Units from the back, they're trying to kill off the Colossi. One goes down, and the second and third are going to fall as well.
Nothing to say about that.
GG.
Even though his game was threatened there, that's just analyzing a situation, saying, crap, I don't have X, let me